Hi folks, how are you? My name's Amanda with Simply Flamazing Art and the Creative Course Collab, and a proud member of the Crafty Bunch. I am here today to paint some ornaments, or at least a ornament. Hold on, let me find me. This thing wants to send me all over except for where I want to go. Y'all, it has been a day, but it's been I guess, a good day. We'll take it as a good day, right? Even if it isn't. It has been one of those days. All right, I think I'm all sprinkled out everywhere I'm supposed to be. And I'm going to go ahead and get us started. Oh, me, we are painting ornaments today. And if y'all know me, or y'all have spent any time with me at all, which I hope you have, my chair is hung and it's driving me crazy. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Because I can't get up close enough where I can be comfortable to do this with my chair all gone. All right, there we go. Lordy have mercy. Hey, Lori, how are you doing, girlfriend? Hopefully you're doing good. Y'all, I have on no makeup. And so I have been battling with like an allergic reaction. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna get us started. And so it started last night, and I thought it had calmed down, and then a little bit ago it started itching again. And I'm like, I have no idea. Nothing has changed. Haven't eaten anything new. Haven't done anything new. Haven't changed any soaps, deodorants, anything like that. Everything's the same. And Lordy have mercy. Everything I have wants to itch all of a sudden. I want to die, just like it's my upper body. I'm glad you were doing good. You're writing Christmas cards. Hey, Teresa, Amanda Panda. That's so cute. That's so funny. I've taken them. That's the sad thing, is I have taken them, and I just did another one just a little bit ago when it started itching. All right, so I start off with just a regular red ball ornament, right? You get them in packages of like, what, 8 from Michael, something like that. And then I do an initial, just paint a white circle. And because you're going to see through it a little bit, we're just going to leave that, because I'm going to paint a background, and then we're going to paint on top. We're going to first paint on top, and then I'll do the background. Yeah, it doesn't, it definitely has an effect on me also. So if I fall asleep during this live, just be like, look, guys, have a little grace, because I got the Benadryl going. It's been just like, ugh. I would show you, but I can't show you. So, so I like to paint my family ornaments every year, and I just do them like this. I paint them on here, and I do a circle, and then I decide what I'm painting, and I paint that. And so, and they get these every year. Well, they haven't gotten them for a couple of years, because honestly, I have not had time to think about them and or do them. So what I want to do is, my dad does this huge village that is like, takes up a big portion of the living room. And I gave him a house this year that I got, that is the Graceland Mansion. And it like, it's so cute, because you can push a button and it starts to sing Elvis Presley songs, and has lights that light up to the songs. It's so cute. So I thought, well, why don't we paint Graceland on an ornament? Because you can literally And I know you've seen a couple of painted ornaments today. Teresa did like a whole bunch of them. If you missed her spot, go back and watch. It's in the Crafty Bunch because she's amazing, girlfriends, and her stuff is incredible. So go watch. And then coming up after me, I just have a bunch of friends today who are doing this event with me, and I'm so excited. I am the host of this event because ornaments are one of those things I love more than just like anything. And so, first off, y'all, this has been a day. I held my ornament wrong, so all my lines are crooked. So when you're working with a round object like this, be careful how you orient your ornament, because all of a sudden when you turn it right in your hand, everything you have done is crooked. So whether you're doing any ornament, just make sure like how it is in your hand, it makes a difference. And so all of a sudden my house is going like on the side of a mountain. Let me see if I can do this a little bit better this time. We're going to draw that line and see. Okay, that's a much better, straighter line. It's not easy, guys, so give yourself a little grace. But I promise you, it is super fun to paint your own ornaments. I absolutely love doing it. I started this tradition. Well, I guess it's been 28 years ago because I've been married 28 years, and I think I did it like the first year. And so I'm assuming it's close to, if it's not 28 years, then it's like 27 years. Oh no, Teresa. I hate when that happens because you're so happy with it and you're like, oh, this is going to be amazing. He or she is going to love this. And then you're like, really right now? And it's not so much that the product you bring, even though you do bring product, as it is just the overwhelming frustration you feel for that. I totally get it, girlfriend. Totally get it. And so we're just going to we're just going to draw on our house. Is it going to be perfect? No. And that's okay. It does not have to be perfect. You just kind of want it to look like somebody could look at it, and if they knew Graceland, like they'd be like, oh, that's Graceland. But if not, that's okay. You can tell them what it is. I still get my lines a little crooked here, guys, if I'm not real careful, because the way I angle the ornament to draw, it still will get crooked. It's a little crooked. We'll fix it with paint, I think, but it is a little crooked. So there is that. Let me see if I can't straighten it up just a little bit. My roof line wants to go down for some reason instead of coming across straight, and that throws the whole thing off. Yes, I do this a lot. When I paint ornaments, this is the hardest part right here. And it's because I can paint 10 times better than I can actually draw. And so, but it's okay. We will get it. I have a whole hour, and really I don't have anything else pulled out. So we will fight this until I get this. And until that point, let's see, that I went a little high on. This one I'm going a little low on. Okay. We're going to call that good. I'm going to paint all around it, so it doesn't really matter. Still wants to be not quite right. Wants to be crooked. What is wrong with you? When I get it up where I think it should be, it's still like, no, now it's too high, now it's too low. Da, 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 da. Let's go with that. We're going to go with this regardless if we're right or if we're wrong, we're going to be right. Because I'm done with it. I'm done with the silliness. The whole thing is still like, I'm not done with it. I said I was done with it, but I'm not done with it. How many times have you done it like, I'm done with you? I'm gonna just go for it. I'm about ready to just grab paint and go for it. Who's with me on that? I'm about ready to just be like, I'm gonna go for it. All right, let's see here. I want it to be there. And I'm going to come over this way. And I'm going to go over that way. Okay. So who watched Teresa and Jenny? They did such cool things. I really enjoyed watching both of them. Guys, I'm done. I'm done fighting it. Normally I draw on my ornament first and then I paint it. And this probably will end up being a disaster, but I'm over it. Okay. So I'm grabbing paint and we're going to paint it. You are in. Well, I'm glad you're in the office and that I'm sorry you have a 1 hour wait. That kind of sucks. That sucks. But I'm glad that you are at least kind of going to be seen in a little bit. Don't worry about rushing it, girlfriend. You can always, Lydia's going to be a presenter here too, but she had an appointment. And so she, and it depends upon like if she's home in time to be able to be on one time or the other. And so, okay. I'm just going to get my outline where I want it and be like, all right, that's good. That's cool. Still looks like it's going downhill or something. I don't know. Maybe it's my stigmatism that's acting up. We could blame it. We could blame my stigmatism that's acting up. Because of course, why would it not act up, right? Because I need it. So we can just blame it on that. This is going to Dad. He'll be the first one to point out, well, it's crooked. In a loving way. He won't care. He won't really care. Not too much. He'll be like, just glad he got his ornament this year. Because every year I don't do them, I hear how they didn't get them. They love getting their ornaments, though. All right, it's coming. Thank you for sprinkling. Hey, Cindy, how are you? Good to see you, girlfriend. We're working on painting an ornament for my dad. It's been a challenge already. I've had to erase it several times. I'm just kind of trying to get the outline here now. for Graceland. We're going to paint over some of this. Probably a lot of it's going to get painted over. So, but it'll be fine that that's there to hang out. Okay. There's that. It looks like a hot mess. But we'll make it work. I'm not concerned about it too much. Maybe just a teeny bit. I want to make this side a little bigger. The beauty of acrylic paint is the fact that you can cover it up. So I can paint all of this and then cover up with what I want to cover up with. Just kind of like getting in the bones. Hey, Jenny, loved your little things. I love the thinking outside the box because I like to do that also. I like to see like what can you make with this? And what can be made with that? And so I also was laughing when you were talking about the fact that, you know, would get notes sent home that you talk too much. Lord, if I got a note sent home for every time I talk too much, I would not have to worry about working ever in my life. Because trust me, I got plenty of them. We're painting an ornament. We're attempting to paint Graceland. I probably should have gone with something a little bit easier, not gonna lie. Something a little easier. But it's gonna be just fine. We're gonna make it work. Okay. And then we are going to make it work. Let's go come down a little further. Oh, good Lord. I guess the battery's dying on that. I'm like, first off, I was like, what is that noise? And then it dawned on me what it was. And I'm like, oh. All right, well, there's our bones that we're going to, yeah, I was always the one. And in fact, in 5th grade, my mom was like, if I get another note home from your teacher about you talking, she was like, you know, you got to remember I'm a 70s baby, okay? And I was in 5th grade. So you know the time frame. She was like, you're going to get basically a big old spanking. And sure enough, I went to school the next day and I come home with a note. My biggest problem was I was dumb. And I actually gave my mom the said note. I didn't think like, you know, like just sign your name to it and be good. I didn't think that. So, needless to say, Amanda, who doesn't gives mom a note, and sure enough, I get a spanking. I'm not gonna say it probably won't warrant it. It probably was. But I will also say, if anybody talked in that class and she wasn't like looking right at them, she blamed me. But then the teacher made the fatal mistake of calling my mom at work. You didn't follow directions? Yeah. Never give mom the note. Well, nobody told me that. So I would just be like, here, mom, another note. Well, the teacher, she ultimately made the mistake. Yeah, that's what I want. Of calling my mom at her work to tell her I was talking. And my mom was like, like, she's in your classroom. What do you want me to do? She's like, I have done everything. I have talked to her. I have, done all the things. And she's still a talking. And so she told the teacher to handle it how she saw fit to handle it. So then I started spending that class out in the hallway, sitting in the hallway by myself. Because she kicked me out. So somehow I still managed to pass the class. I'm not sure how exactly, other than she probably didn't want to hold me back. Because she was like, I can't take another year of this. So she let me go. But yeah, interesting times, good times. They were the good times. But yeah, my mom was like, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. You're there. I'm here. So she was like, do what you see fit. I guess I just gave her the green light to kick me out. So there you go. All right, we're going to put a little shingles on here. Y'all can see how easy this is. And I know I struggled in the beginning, but really it was just me and my whatever acting up. I couldn't get perspective right, or whatever it is that you want to call it, to where it looked like the house was level and it wasn't like sitting on a witch crooked. Anyway, who's ready for Christmas? I almost cringe when I say that out loud. But I know probably some of you are, and you're like, I need to brag about it. So I'm giving y'all the opportunity to brag about it. If you're done. One of my good friends, she's like, I'm done. Well, she got cooking to do yet still, but she is like, I'm done. And I'm like, I don't even like you right now. I love you, but I don't even like you right now. Wow, Lori. I'm going to have to tell you the same thing I'm telling her. I like you. I like you, Lori. I love you, but I ain't liking you right now. I'm like, I have at least started, so there's that. I have at least started. Um, so I'm gonna separate out our columns a little bit. They got a little thin on me because the black got a little thick. But I'm just gonna come in and give them just a little bit of a separation there. She's like, I'm retired. Yeah. That's a good thing. One of these days, I'm hoping to be retired too. And then I won't be running late, right? I say that because I know me, guys. And I know, like, having more time does not necessarily equate to getting it done. It just means I have more time to do all the things that I shouldn't be doing instead of the things I should be doing. Because, I procrastinate clearly. But been so busy with everything this year. It just seems like everything hit on the exact same week. I was sick back in November, and I guess I just didn't get all of the stuff I needed to get done. You know what I'm talking about? Whoops, we're going to put in a window here. There's one window. There comes in 2 window, 3 window, 4 window. I'm going to do the same over here on this side. But I'll get it. At least work is done until the new year. I'm off. So I'm so happy about that because I was just like, work was killing me. I had to go Friday for like a was told this was a mandatory thing. I was supposed to have off on Friday. And so, because my time off. And so then I was told that the meeting on Friday was mandatory and I had to be there. And so I went because, no point in getting your boss all up in arms, right? And so I went. And then, like, 2 people from my team wasn't there, and somebody said, "Well, where's, so-and-so and so-and-so," right? And my boss pipes up, "Oh, they're on PTO." I was like, that sounds interesting. What happened to it's a mandatory? So I guess it's mandatory if it was me. I didn't want to go there, so I actually didn't say anything, but I did kind of think it. Not gonna lie. I was like, that's interesting. That's interesting. Right there. But I didn't say anything because, it wouldn't have done no good anyway, and I was already there. So what just, ruffle a feather to ruffle a feather? Like, no, thank you. So I just was like, okay. Note to self, next year, they pulled this crap, I'm gonna be like, is it mandatory for everyone? Or is it just me? Asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. Anyway, I'm like, whatever. But it was good. I mean, I could have lived without it. Not gonna lie, there was nothing said there that was like earth shattering that you couldn't have like sent an email and said whatever you wanted to say, right? But needless to say, I went. I was there. So put a little gray in there so it stands out. And so, but anyway, so I was just like, okay, I got your number. And so we just were like, okay. All right, so I'm going to put in a little bit of kind of like between these. I'm going to put just a little indication that this like some brick or something, right? Who has been to see Elvis Presley's house? Have you been to see Elvis's house, Graceland? And if so, did you go like during Christmas or, you know, some point when they may have had like something special going on or decorated some kind of special way? I've never been. Never been to Graceland. Although, you know, Graceland is really cool, I guess. Especially if you're an Elvis fan. My family loves Elvis, has always loved Elvis. My sister, she was always so funny. In high school, she took art classes, you know. Anyway, because we're not athletes. And so she did art classes. And I think pretty much she was in this class where it's like kind of like an advanced art class. I took it too. Where it was like they gave you a subject, right? I mean, for whatever it was, they gave you like a subject. And you had to create, you got to pick or you got to decide what it was you were doing. You just had to do it in whatever medium subject they were talking about, right? Or whatever it is that you needed to learn or they wanted you to learn. And so every project she did, it didn't matter if it was charcoal, if it was paper mache, if it was painting, if it was pen, if it whatever the different mediums, right, that were being taught, it did not matter which one it was. She was going to do Elvis. But years ago, it was during the summer, I think. It's Pretty Gaudy House, in my opinion. Okay. Well, he was a little bit over the top. And so, but she was going to do Elvis. And so she did Elvis on, I mean, every way you can imagine. She did a paper mache life-size Elvis. That was, you know, like as big as he was, like life-size. And she did like this life-size Elvis. She did this all kind of stuff. I don't even know all of the stuff, but every project, regardless of what it was Elvis. And the funny thing is, you know, he died in what, 1976? I think he died in 1976. And my sister was born in 1976. So it's like she really never even, quote unquote, like saw him, like, you know what I mean, like performing. Of course, obviously she saw replays and, all the things, right? The movies, all the things replay. But when like she witnessed, like seeing Elvis or something like that, I don't know. It's pretty funny. But I've never been to his home. I probably would be like, wow. You kind of expect it to be a little bit on the gaudy side because, he was a little over the top. He believed in like luxury everything. So I can kind of see that. These columns aren't really looking like columns because it's so white underneath them or behind them that they're really hard to see. I thought maybe putting those, you can kind of see them a little bit, but I thought maybe putting that gray back there, but the gray needs to be darker. So I'm going to put a little darker gray in the background behind the columns. So, but yeah. But it was so funny because we were like, okay, my mom and I, we were like, all right, what you doing, Elvis, this time? When she come home with another assignment. What you got going on this time for Elvis? My mom had one of these because, of course, you remember this was like early, like well, this was in the 80s by this time because she was in high school, but like my mom took one of her 70s like jumpers that she had, like the one piece jumpers. And it was like white with gold and May on it and all of that. Because, of course, that's what people wore back then. She took that and I would say I kind of helped a little bit, but Mom mainly. And so, because I couldn't sew at that time. And she made the costume. Her and Kelly did. I think it would be pretty at Christmas time. That's when I think it would be pretty to visit there. Tell me if you think so. I think it would be. And so I'm making this like elaborate thing above the door. And then the door will go in there. Y'all still with me or am I like online by myself? Y'all is quiet. I know y'all getting things done probably too. Probably like multitasking. I get it. I was multitasking earlier. I'll be multitasking later. I got more ornaments I've got to send to the Boar's Head and where I get have my art locally. And so I started another round of like 40 ornaments to go out there. Round 550. Are those green or are those gray? I think they're like a deep, deep green. So, thank you, Lori, for being here. And I'm not just talking to myself. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about how they're selling out there. It's good. I mean, it's usually good, but I don't ever assume anything because you never know. As soon as you assume something, usually it's the opposite of what you assume. I'm just glad that folks are continuing to like my ornaments. It's a spa. It's actually a spa resort that's here. It's called the Boar's Head. And they have, this is their 4th year now, having what's called the Winter Wander, where they have this like lake that sits behind the resort and the restaurant and all of that. And they have light show and all these lights, and they have like a laser show. They have people, these dancers dancing. You walk around and you see all these lights, and they've got like, you can get hot cocoa, you can get I don't know, all kind of things. And as part of that, they have a winter market that you kind of end in. It kind of ends with you coming up on there's like this huge outdoor patio, where they have these big fire pit things. They're not really pits, but they're like big things with, raised things, have fire in them, where you can get warm, but you can also, they have like s'more stuff that you can make and and eat and all that. So it's really nice. Then they have a Santa Claus that you can take your picture with Santa, and they have just different stuff like that they have. Yeah, we have Boar's Head lunch meat too, but that's not the same thing. They don't, it's not, I don't know, it's maybe at one point past history it was. I honestly can't tell you that, but they don't do any of that now. None of that's there, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't think it ever was. I really don't think. So here, Graceland is coming, guys. Let's see. Let me do like this. If it was hanging on a tree, it would be like, see how it's still a little bit crooked, but it's a lot better. You love Boar's Head meat? I know it is good, right? Yeah, they have like a 5-star. I've never eaten there except for at brunch one time. One of my great aunts took me there for brunch one time, but we had brunch there once. Thank you, Kim. Kim is up next after me. If you're in the Crafty Bunch, all you'll have to do is refresh. And let me tell you, she is an amazing artist. So you're going to want to follow her. She does acrylic. She does watercolor. She's beautiful watercolor. She's a beautiful painter in general, but she will be up next, putting on the shutters and making you hungry. She's going to be like, I'm eating this up. I have no idea why I'm eating this up, but I'm eating this up tonight. But it is a pretty cool place. Hey, Dee, how are you? Good to see you. I've been missing my peeps because I haven't been doing my 20-minute lives because I've been so overwhelmed. But there's our Graceland coming. Oh, good. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're doing good. And so, um, since this is Christmas, we're going to put a couple little like Christmas trees out front. I'll get a little more green. So when I paint these, I usually do like one for all the members in my family. And like I said, I've been doing these for 28 years, I think. I started it the first year we got married. Now, I have missed a few. I have missed a couple, particularly the last two years I have missed because I have been just too busy with getting my stuff ready for Boar's Head and then all the other stuff. It's just been too much. But I'm hoping this year I can get them done. Every year I've done at least one or two. So I can take those because I didn't get everybody's done. I didn't give. Yep, here too in Michigan. Yeah, only Dad will notice. He'll notice it. He won't pay any attention to it though. They're just they'll be thrilled to get them because my niece was like, "You're going to do ornaments this year, right? You're going to paint us ornaments this year, right?" I'm like, I don't know. We will see. The hope is yes. We will see. But so it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with the ornament, but I'm just saying looking pretty good. I might get them done this year. I might have ornaments for the family this year. It's still a little teeny bit crooked. But it's gonna be all right. When it hangs, it just looks a teeny bit. But that's all right. I'm gonna just take that out for a little bit there. Well, I usually do one for my mom and dad, then one for Zoe, Zach, Ken, and Kelly. So that's 6. And then usually I do one for Morgan and Macy. So that's 8. I don't always do one for Ken. But I usually always do one for the kids and for my mom and dad and Kelly and Macy and Morgan. I have done them in years past for Carly and David also, but it's been a little while since I've done theirs. Mainly because I have a tough time, like with what they would like on theirs. Whereas mom and dad, so dad always gets usually something like a house. He used to get the Grinch because that was dad and I's thing. We used to watch the Grinch on TV, so I always did like a Grinch kind of thing. But when his village started taking over everything and I kind of ran out of every scene that you could paint from the Grinch. For family and richest coworkers. Cool. That's a lot. I don't know how many coworkers he has, or how big your family is, but that's a lot. So I don't do it for all of my family, and in fact, I don't do it for anybody outside of my family. There's been a couple of times I've made an ornament for somebody outside of or painted an ornament. Now I make lots of ornaments, and I sell them at the Boar's Head, but those are like decoupage ornaments, and so they don't usually take as long per ornament. I have taken in times past, I have gotten like desperate because I needed ornaments. I didn't have any made. So I've taken a couple of my wood slab ornaments, like you painted. I have taken a couple of them out there in the past and did that. And sold them. But they're, again, pretty easy to paint. Not a huge time. Not a huge time suck. But used to do custom, but not anymore. Yeah. Oh, cool. Angels. I bet they were pretty. You'll have to share a picture. Share your pictures, girlfriend. Share your pictures, because I love looking at them. All right. So he had like, I'm assuming they're like lions on the steps. Yeah, they're lions. What's it with the lions? Do y'all know why there's like lion statues at people's houses? Like, what is it with that? Is there like a symbol or something? Or I have two concrete ones that came from my mother-in-law. They're nowhere near as big as these are, though. And I'm just kind of giving some indication that there's something there. I'm not like trying to draw a lion per se. Like, we're just giving, like, there's this thing there, right? General shape. But anybody know why people have lions? Like she had them on each side of her porch. Well, really her steps, but kind of like not prominent, not like prominent like these. I have no idea either. They were kind of like, if the steps were here, they were kind of like off to the side, each side of the step, not in front. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why either. But always interested, like, like, was it just, was there some like symbolism as to why the lion? Don't know. And the reason I chose to do Dad's live is A, well, I wanted to get it done, but B, he doesn't have Facebook, whereas my sister and my mom both do. And so but they would never tell him. They wouldn't say anything. They wouldn't give away the surprise as to what it is. So I'm just putting some little paint in there. You can hardly see them. They're so teeny tiny, you can't really see them. But they're there. They are there. Yeah, like I know like gargoyles and stuff like that. Like I have a gargoyle that sits on the little bench coming up my driveway to ward off evil spirits. So if I don't want like somebody coming and be like, don't let him in. His name is Emmett. And no, I didn't name him. The person who made him named him. But you know, they're like there to ward off evil spirits. And so we can always use that, right? No one needs evil spirits at their house. So um I'm just cleaning up. Oh, okay. My alarm going off to tell me of protection and power, representing the lion's strength and the ability to ward off evil spirits. In many cultures, the lion is seen as a guardian, signifying the homeowner's desire to safeguard their property and family while also conveying a sense of prestige and status. I can see that. There's our Graceland home, though. All right, we're gonna add a couple of little things here. I'm pretty sure there's like a huge walkway or something here, but we're gonna put in just a little bit of grass up in here because I'm pretty sure he would have had like a pretty good. It's probably like a whole big circle driveway, though, to be quite honest with you. But we're gonna ad lib a little bit. And we're going to put in just some grassy area. We're going to put in a little bit of snow too. Yeah, I think you're probably right. It's just funny that, you know, she would have had them because I can see her like the warding off evil spirits, but the like power, I don't see that from her. But who knows? They were probably a gift from somebody. Knowing her. She passed away several years ago, and that's how I just liked them. I thought they were pretty cool. They're not huge. They're small. They probably stand. They're heavy. They're heavy as all get out. Like you can hardly lift one of them up. But they stand about maybe 2 foot tall. Maybe. I have them out by my gazebo. Where my waterfall is, and so I have them out there. We'll go put some stuff on. I got 2 minutes, but I'm gonna find Miss Kimberly. And so I have them out there. I think they're super cute. And because it's Christmas time, and this is a Christmas ornament, I don't see her. I'm pretty sure she was following me at 5. Yeah, she was. I know she was, because we're gonna put a little bit of snow. Just kind of like piled up on the roof a little bit. And just because I like snow. I'm pretty sure it snows in Memphis. Although Memphis is kind of a little south, so it may not snow as much as I think it does. Oh, I left off my my thing. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. So here we are with what we have. Here we are with our Graceland ornament. And so y'all refresh the screen. I gotta go grab Kimberly. I don't see her live yet. Okay. I'm sure she'll be here in a minute. I'll just keep going until, oh, there she is. There she is. All right. Let me find her. Y'all know it takes a hot minute. Okay. Because Facebook is slow sometimes. All right. Y'all refresh. My name's Amanda with Simply Flamazing Art. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this guy up. And I won't post a picture. Please understand. Well, I might, but we'll see. Y'all have a great one. And I will see y'all later. Bye.